Amira Yakubu, analyst with financial derivatives company. Hi, Amira. Welcome to the program. This is good news, and it's rare when we talk about the price of commodities. I wonder if you see, that's FDC now, if FDC sees this as being sustainable at least into the festive season.
Okay, thank you for having me, Amy. Okay, so the reduction in prices of rice is largely driven by the surge in imports through the land borders. So this has led to a growth which has flooded the Nigerian markets, especially in Lagos. So we know that there has been government restrictions on some rice imports. However, there has been a temporary duty imposed on some certain essential food items, such that rice is still part of them. So this, in combination of our local supply, has increased the supply of rice in the market. So we've seen that this sudden influx has led to a reduction in prices in certain markets such as My 12, Oyibo, and Oshodi. So as we are close to the festive season, so we expect rice prices to just be on the downward trajectory, and people will start buying more rice to keep prior to when the season approaches.
So, from what you're saying now, we can expect, of course, is normal reaction that people want to stock up. That means there may not be so much purchases in the festive season, because if the price has declined now, then we can expect more purchases now, which will lead to higher price, because when demand increases, then price also follows suit.
Okay, the thing is, yes, like that's the whole mindset that once people stock or once people hoard now, prices to increase soon. But then we should have in mind that food inflation declined in the month of September to 16.87%. Now that price already consumes a significant portion of an average Nigerian food basket. Certain manufacturers are doing a lot in that aspect to reduce prices, and also the government in its national rice development strategy 2 plan, they're already putting things to cater for provision of those lower reduction in prices of rice. So we still expect in the near term for prices to of rice to still be on a downward trajectory. Look at Bar Foods. They just recently imported some rice and maize into the country. So this is to reduce that hoarding effect that people already assume that once people hoard a lot, there'll be an increase in the prices of rice.
But Amira, we know, and while we celebrate the drop in inflation, we know that the price of petrol has increased in the last 2 weeks. And this will feed into the price of commodities, because transportation, mostly commercial transportation, especially for the regular Nigerian, depends on petrol. So don't you think that perhaps that will also reflect in the price of rice, which is a staple and a regular for a lot of Nigerians?
Okay, so ideally, the prices of petrol increase should affect like the prices of rice. But this decline in price of rice just happened of recent. And I will state that from such that when we look at food inflation, we look at okay, rice consumes a significant portion of an average Nigerian food basket. There are other factors beyond petrol that also should affect the prices of rice. So I'm saying that yes, petrol prices will increase the price of rice, but then there has been a lot, like the influx in the imports of rice this period was really much significant, which is dropping the prices of rice. Look at the drop, like 15.29% is not just a little drop in price of rice prices. So we should see that like even though there's an effect in petrol prices, it wouldn't be as significant as it should be, considering the amount of drop we just recently had in rice prices.
All right, Amira, let's hope that's correct and we would see sustained reduction in the price of rice. Thank you, Amira Yakubu, analyst with Financial Derivatives Company.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.